Yo, what's happening with y'all out there in the world? This is your co-host, Steve King II, for the Modern Dating Podcast. Of course, we always appreciate all the support. Definitely like, share, subscribe, comment, do what you can to help us out so we can get out there and really spread the message and enlighten these brothers out here. Now, Brother Eugene, go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all turning in. This is a emergency broadcast, VIP exclusive podcast this evening. Like, comment, share on this. This is the Watergate Scandal. I'm your co-host, Eugene Alexander, with the Modern Dating Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Real estate investor, life coach, image consultant, real estate model. I haven't worked out in like a week, but I'm still working on my amateur bodybuilding career. You know what I'm saying? But we about to turn up this evening, man. This is one, hey, the home team. This is one for the home team. We winning on this. You know what I'm saying? Derrick Jaxn, you out of there, bro. You know what I mean? You been throwing us underneath the bus for a minute. Now it's your turn, bro. We want all the smoke this evening, man. We want all the smoke.
Hey, man. So traditionally on Mondays, what we've been doing for season 2, for everybody that doesn't know, is we do mailbox Mondays. So what we're gonna do this one a little different. So this was the original question was inbox to Brother Eugene. So basically, then what happened? It happened. So we decided to go ahead and just speak on that, and it kind of tied into the question that we had, and it's why do we expect, we meaning men, why do we expect women to forgive easily? Because a lot of women will definitely say, I can forgive easily, but the male cannot. So we're going to speak on that, and of course get into the the ironic situation of Mr. Jaxn. So as always, Brother Eugene, go ahead and lead us off in how you feel that the woman, or why do we expect why the woman should forgive easily?
Hey man, you know, this stuff been going on since uh, Kennedy when he was in the office, and George Washington sleeping with the slaves, and Kennedy, bringing prostitutes underneath to get in the White House. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing new, guys. You know, so why? I mean, is there a double standard? Yes, it is. There's plenty of double standards out here in life. This is just one of the pills you just got to swallow on this. You know what I mean? If this ain't what you want, then just don't play in the field. Just get your 10 dogs, get your 10 cats, just hang it up. You know what I'm saying?
$10 and 10 cats.
Straight up.
The hell. So you feel that a woman should forgive easily because that's just the way it is. That's the way it's been.
I ain't saying forgive easily. I know it cut deep, but it's a lot of stuff that be going on out here. And at the end of the day, the man is cheating with a woman behind this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So just as guilty as the men out here in these, streets. You know what I mean? So, but once again, man, this stuff ain't nothing new, bro. And I don't know why, Derrick Jaxn been out here trying to throw men underneath the bus since day one, and now the smoke is on you. Now, Steve, I know that you like, man, this is this man's business and everything.
That's
But
the way I
look,
feel
bro,
about it, man.
but look,
That's that man's business, man. I mean, in a very logical, realistic world, bro, everybody does make mistakes, and everybody
right.
continue and on their decisions. So for me, it's like, okay, Buddy got caught cheating, having an affair on his wife.
Right.
It is traumatic, and it is definitely dramatic. It's only dramatic because of, like you're saying, my dude has been putting out videos in his car or wherever,
That's right.
basically
Yeah.
bashing men. And I mean, sometimes, no doubt, I've seen some videos. Sometimes he will get on women, but for 90 95.2% of the time, he is getting on the fellas and why their woman isn't happy and stuff. So again, I'm just not into the TMZ thing, the TMZ theme thing. You know what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying. And, you feel it's a win for the home team because he sits there and he talks so much noise and he's just bashing. And it's like, bruh, you did exactly what you bashing every other man about. You did the exact thing. So now he sounds like what? What's the key word here? Hypocrite. You look like a hypocrite. So everything you have said all the time is not credible in any kind of sense whatsoever. You've been married for 4 years, and I've read in places, you know what I'm saying, because you see it all over your timeline. So I had no choice, and I just clicked on it. I was bored, and I read it. And he's been married for 4 years, and then behind that,
oh man, we done lost Steve, y'all. Hold on, let's see if we get Steve back on this podcast, man. But look, I'm telling you right now, the hypocrisy is at an all-time high with Derrick Jaxn. All right, he
I ain't going nowhere, Eugene. I ain't going nowhere, baby. I had to put my charger in on this thing. My bad. I had to put my charger in. But like I was saying from jump, bottom line behind it is it boils back to our inbox question.
Yeah, Steve, at the end of the day, bro, I know you like, we on this mind your business. I get that. But when you decide to do business, man. Now I'm telling you this though, Steve. What we doing right now, and we already getting international attention, bro. We putting ourselves in that spotlight. That this comes with the territory, bro. So you gotta know what you signing up for, bro.
I mean, I'm gonna speak on it. Don't get it twisted. I'm gonna speak on it. I'm not gonna sit here and gain an audience, no matter what the audience is, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, hey, you should be doing this. Men do this. And I'm not gonna follow by what I said. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just not that kind of person. Never been that dude. You know what I'm saying? Have I been a hypocrite in life? Of course, we all have. You know what I'm saying? That's the point of learning and progressing as a mature adult. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, man, I like to kind of stick to my guns on what I say, no matter how crazy they may sound. And you probably the same exact way. You the same way. I know it. You still feel how you feel about a lot of situations. We ain't gonna go into no past podcast stuff, but I'm just saying. And I admire it because you ain't no hypocrite, because you're going to say that and you're going to ride with that until the end of your days or until you get a mind change. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, hey, we got Kayla. This is her second time tapping in. She said, I wonder if he would forgive his wife if the roles were reversed. Ooh.
Not easily. No, not at all.
No, not at all. Hey, it's just a double standard. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Women get their double standards. This one is for the home team. One for the home team. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, so what went down with Derrick Jaxn flying out the side chick. He flew out the side chick. So violation number one, you spend the money. Yeah, you spend the money out the household. All right, that's violation of it. He flew the woman out. You tricking, you paying to play. All right. Then she was in the wife's bed, bro. Allegedly, all this is allegations, but there is receipts. Kayla downloaded the receipts. There's receipts. All right. Now, they had sexual intercourse in the wife's bed. He is the king of all fuck boys. It's over for this dude, fam. Now, bruh, if you know it's codes, you know what, man. He has no integrity, bro. This man has no integrity. You a married man. You flew the side chick out and then had sex in your wife's bed, bro. No respect for this shit.
Tragic, bro. That's tragic.
no respect for this dude, man.
And my whole thing is, brother Eugene, I could definitely speak on marriage, bro. I held that so sacred to my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like my thing is, if I have to go that extra mile, then I really don't need to be married, period. You know what I'm saying? I just don't need to be married. You know what I'm saying? That's like having your cake and eating it too attitude. Of course, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
In a business aspect, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because it's business. But this is literally like marriage. This is like whole entire wedding. You got rings, families, and just the whole nine, bro. And it's an emotional thing, not a business thing. So I feel, just from what I've heard, because you always hear things. We don't have that brother on here, and I wish we could, just so he could speak his piece.
I mean,
that would be great. That would be awesome. But at the same time, man, it's like, yo, if you got people with receipts, screenshots, videos, the whole nine, it's just like in court. It's not what you say, it's what you can prove. And people got all this stuff, and they proven that man that way. But I feel, Sister Williams, that if the shoe was on the other foot, I don't believe he would forgive, excuse me, his lady as easily. And now, I mean, it's on a whole nother level for his wife, because you have to understand, it's one thing for you to get cheated on, but to get cheated on and it's national attention, like that happened to me, but it wasn't national attention. It was more of a local thing. You know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine hundreds of millions of people, and you're worldwide or whatever.
Hold on, Steve. So you said that happened to you?
Absolutely.
So
I was definitely cheated on in my marriage. Yeah, it happened.
Now, did you forgive her afterwards and still try to work it out?
That took a long time. That took about 8 months for me to actually forgive. And then I tried. I was like, you know what? Because I don't believe in divorce. And then I actually tried, and then like 2 to 3 weeks in, I'm just like, it ain't what it is, man. That's tainted. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying people can't change, but in my situation, it didn't play out that way.
It didn't play out that way. All right, so you did try to stay in the relationship and try to.
Right after I got out, and we were separated. She moved out and all that, and I'm living my life. You know what I'm saying? Dibbling and dabbling, and because I'm thinking it's just that's it. So I done moved on. But when she actually came back to me and said she wanted her husband back, she wanted her marriage back, I gave it a shot. I did, honestly, for a good 2 to 3 weeks, and we both looked at each other mutually and were just like, yeah, it ain't what it is. Because I didn't already got out there in the, as you call it, the cesspool. I done got out there and got got dirty, got muddy, and did the whole thing.
Yeah. So, Kayla said they can dish it but can't take it. Like this is so look, Beyonce got cheated on. She stayed with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying?
You never know. And a lot of people talk about that because you never know if that was a actual business relationship.
Yeah, I mean, it is business. Marriage is business. It's not.
Of course, it is to a sense, but you got two high-profile characters, two high-profile people with tons of pull and tons of bread, bro. I mean, maybe that when that happened, they're just like, yo, whatever. Let's just stay together because we're worth more together than separate. I don't know. Again, I ain't speaking for anybody, but I am just speaking my
Bill Clinton was cheating on Hillary. Hillary stayed. You know what I'm saying?
Hillary wanted to be president. You see when she ran. That's what she was going for, because America ain't ready for no woman that ain't got no husband to be a president, let alone a woman be a president.
Vice versa for the men.
So that might have just been another business move, my G. Come on.
I mean, marriage is business, bro. Period. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather cry in a Bentley than in a Buick. Yeah, that's right. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? So
I
I'm
forgot who
like,
said that, but I heard that on the song. Yep.
yeah,
I think it was
yeah,
T-Pain said that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so I'm like this, man. I like this, man. You know,
Yeah.
that Derrick Jaxn, he did a video himself. Then he did another video with the wife. Now, this is for the audience and especially the men, because men are not aware about what they're agreeing to when they get married. All right. Now, when you
Oh,
have
you got to be aware of what you, bruh.
no,
You're
I'm
signing a contract, a
bro,
legit contract, my
they
G.
not they not aware though, bro. They're not aware that
That's
if you
insanity.
cheat,
I
if you
read that
cheat
whole
on
damn thing. You
look,
crazy.
look, regardless if you had this business before your wife, you know that she gets 50% or even all of the business if you cheat on your wife. Did you know that, bro?
That's a speculation thing, bro.
No, bro. A divorce attorney from Atlanta spoke on
Yeah,
it today, bro.
if you get attorneys and stuff involved, then yes, there's that possibility. Definitely. But I'm just
Yeah,
saying, if even if in the case you ain't got your own company, or you do, but it's not massively profitable, the woman is not gonna try and go for it. I wouldn't think, unless
you
she's
don't,
just
you don't, you don't, you don't know. You already
You're
know
right.
what
I don't know. I
nothing.
wouldn't imagine if it's not a
Nothing is like
profitable
a
business.
scorned woman. Nothing is like a wrath of a scorned woman. Now, let's
Well,
say you have a successful business, you own some real estate, you're bringing in ABC amount yearly. She is compensated for that. She gets alimony. She gets child support. She gets your business. She gets the real estate. That's what happens.
listen, brother Eugene, I like what Sister Little just said. She said, why do people think financial wealth somehow compensates for moral bankruptcy? What I tell you about the
I,
moral assets? What I tell you about it?
I mean, morals is based on that individual. You know what I
I'm
mean?
saying,
Now, now look, man. You know what I'm saying? Now let's get to the podcast. You know what I mean? Now,
right.
look, it's been exposed with Kevin Samuels, the godfather of YouTube right now. He's killing it. Women want the high value male. All right. Now, why don't you go get you an everyday brother? You know what I mean? That works an everyday job
Right.
and be happy with that. He's a moral guy, right? You don't have to worry about a lot of women being in his shape, you know. But hey, I'm Steve. I'm look. Women want
I'm
high
just
value
saying.
men. This is
I'm just
fact, bro.
saying there's different calibers of mentality, fam.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
women
But
just want some women want a man with a lot of money,
let me
and
finish,
some
bro.
women don't
Let
care
me
about the
finish, bro.
money.
Let me finish. I'll let you talk. Let me get
I
this
get it.
point.
You sure right. Go ahead.
All right, now you want this high value male that has like a Derrick Jaxn. You gonna have to accept what come with that. Now, if you don't want to accept that, there's plenty of great quality men that are school teachers, roofers, plumbers, HVAC, electricians, uh, all walks of life. But you know what? You want the man who makes six figures a year, uh, top 10%. Well, guess what? There's gonna be all type of women throwing that out. You know what I mean? So that's my response. The moral
So
bankruptcy, moral, all of that, man.
okay.
Yeah,
So if the
listen.
man is well off, okay, would that be a reason why we can say she should forgive easily only because of his, we talked about it before, sexual market value? She should, or we should expect her to forgive
She
easily
said,
because,
yeah,
well,
that's
I'm
right.
doing this, I'm doing that, I got this and I got that.
That's right. Now look, if you now there's rules to this. Don't embarrass your wife. He
True.
embarrassed his wife.
Okay.
Don't be out here having outside kids, and
Right.
don't be bringing nothing home. You know what I'm saying? So Derrick Jaxn violated. He in violation of the high value man integrity principles. You embarrassed your wife. You publicly. You flew out the side chick and had sex in your wife's bread. No integrity.
That's
No
savage.
integrity, bro.
That's so savage.
No integrity, man. So, a lot of men be saying this and this and that. A lot of us, look, women got to understand this, man. And men in general. When somebody's telling you something and they got a product and service to sell you, they're selling you what you want to hear, man. I mean, that's just what it is. That's what it is. So he monetized the trauma and the pain within our community, and he sold his hope as dope. You know what I mean? And I wasn't mad at him. I wasn't mad at the dude. Like, all right, bro, I see what you're doing. You know what I mean? But that barbershop and that locker room talk, usually that don't come to the public because people like women ain't ready for it. They're not ready for it. So he bottled it up a different way and he sold it and he monetized it and he had a good run. But this is the reality of what goes on. You and your wife was going through a situation and you stepped out of the marriage. That's what happens. But you calling men F-boys because they stepped out. They were separated at the time. He said they didn't know anything to get together. But by his definition, that is still considered an F-boy because the divorce is not final. Go ahead and speak on that, Steve.
I'm just saying, again, it all falls through, bro. Back to my point of, for one, to mind your business, okay? And I understand what you're saying because you have a lot of methodical thoughts behind it, and I don't hate them, and I agree with a lot of them. I really do. But my whole thing is we don't know in that particular situation what's happening completely in the background. What if she had known about this already? You know what I'm saying? And she was cool with that. You dig what I'm saying? And she just said, hey, don't get caught or don't have people seeing it because I'm just gonna let it go. You know what I'm saying? We don't know all of that. You know what I'm saying? Yes. For him to continue to keep going with what the hell he's saying, bashing, man, I was totally against it. That was actually what turned me off to watching a lot of his videos, is because of that, because he would bash brothers. He would say, oh, a woman don't want a man working at McDonald's or Burger King or working there and working there. But at the same time, listen, if he's got a job and he's working his job and he's taking care and handling his business, I mean, that is morally correct. Or, and there was times where I seen comments, of course he can speak on them, but there was comments and I seen in the comments where, okay, so if he was a dope dealer making X amount of dollars, you know what I'm saying, it'd be all right then because he makes a high amount of money. There goes that high value type stuff. You know, I've lived that lifestyle. I just never let it overtake me to that point with the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time they ain't even know what's up. They just thought I was a dude working in a call center. You feel me? So that let me know how they felt about me, but they didn't understand. I'm walking around smelling like Burberry and I got Burberry and Gucci and Louis in my closet and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got the finer things in life. It's all good. Credit score almost 800. Like, yo, I'm legit, but I work at a call center. And it could be like that. But anyways, not to digress. So we're gonna fall back on it. Some of these comments that came through, I seen brother Zay. We need to get him on for this guest party.
Yeah.
Derrick Jaxn was a scam art, not was, is, my brother.
Is a scam art.
Is was his past tense, is his present tense.
But I want to say he was a scam. See, what he did is legal.
He did what he did was, if I'm gonna speak on it, bro. What he did was, like you said, he sold hope, and a lot of really prominent people within the world, they sold hope. Come on now, I'll say this, and a lot of people might give me flack for it. I don't really trip. That's why I always said Donald Trump is the greatest salesman. This dude had no political experience, but he sold America on a dream to be president. And guess what? He became the president. No matter how good or how bad of a president he was, he sold the American public on this dream, my dude. So Derrick Jaxn, I'm not comparing the two, but I'm just saying the process and procedure he was using, fam. He sold that hope. He sold America the hope, fam. And he had got a lot of people hooked. I got this from one of my brothers, my brother James. It's called the hook theory, because once you get hooked, you're hooked on. And guess what? You may be on this person's hook, but somebody's on your hook. So guess what? That person, you're dragging that person to go this way, whichever way you're going. I'm just saying, I'm speaking on that right there.
Right, man. And you know, I just want to bring this up. You know, at the end of the day, man, you know, I run a business and women do not hesitate to invest in themselves, man. When women believe in something, when they want to do something, they're quicker to spend the money than men. Men are more financially conservative. So of course he's gonna throw men underneath the bus if it's making them money. So, you know, from a business standpoint. So I'm like, I get it, even though it's like, yo, we already getting hit from so many angles, as especially black men. We get hit from every angle, you know, but you know, women don't mind investing. So he capitalized on that. You know what I mean? So, you know, did he break any laws? No, but like now this is one thing, Steve, I'm gonna speak, yeah, this is the moral code. He went against the moral code, man. It's a code.
The integrity code, definitely, as far as marriage goes.
You know? So yeah, I give you that. Now Shantae here, she says, you want to read that, Steve? You want to read that, Steve?
I feel like this whole podcast was a narcissist move. And that's real. He is monetizing off of telling women what they deserve in a man. And he can't even be the man for his own wife. What kind of psycho behavior is that? What that is being egotistical. That's really all that is. And then at the same time, hypocritical. Because it's easy to sit here and tell people what to do, but sometimes that's why they have that saying, you practice what you preach. Trust me, my mama will call me on it all the time. She be like, practice what you preach. When I be talking about being punctual, sometimes I'm late to the family Sunday dinner. Sometimes I am, I can admit that. And she would, and then I might post something or say something about being punctual. She be like, practice what you preach. Trust me, that is the whole issue with that brother. I would feel right there. And again, I don't know this man personally. I'm just going based off of the information that was provided. And again, like in a court of law, it's about what you can prove. And it seems as though time and time again when did this happen? I don't know when this happened. What, Friday, Saturday? It happened a couple of days ago. And since then, I mean, and there's actually other women that have came out and said other things. And I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. So if in chance his wife, whoever she may be, I don't know her name or nothing, if she didn't know anything about this, do you think she's gonna forgive him for that, the main offense, and then behind that, all the other skeezers and scallywags and little midnight one night stands that he may admit to? I don't, what do you think? I don't think she will, honestly.
I think she will. I think she will.
Or she does, it's gonna take a long time. She may stay married to him, but she ain't gonna bother with that man for a while, bro. Like until he proves himself, man.
I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I tell women all the time, it's like, look, if the married man is out here doing that, and the man, I mean, what you think it is if you divorce a man and go single? What you expect? You gonna go celibate permanently? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you expect?
I mean, if he really, on the cool mode, bro, if he's married and he really loves the lady and he really just comes to grips with what he has done or has been doing, then you're gonna have to hit that drought, fam. You're gonna have to hit a drought. And I understand we're men and what we like and what we want, especially if we're used to getting it anytime we want it. or
I
whenever
mean,
we want. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to hit that drought. He gonna hit that
why,
drought if he really
why
gonna
should
stay
he
with
get
that
a
woman
drought?
and he
Why
really
should
love her.
he have a drought if your wife is busting it over?
What?
You said a drought. What you talking about? Not having sex?
I'm talking about if he really wanted to stay with his wife. Okay, we'll just say, I'm speaking in hypothetics here. We'll just say his wife has just been 100 the whole time. She ain't know nothing about none of this. And he's like, yo, I really want to just be with you. I don't want to be with nobody else. She may forgive him, but at the same turn, he gonna hit a drought, fam. It's gonna happen. Whether it's a drought sexually or a drought emotionally, he gonna hit some kind of drought.
You know, and then, you know, Steve, man, let's run it up. Let's run it up real quick.
Let's do it.
So everybody want to say how Big Mama and Papa relationship was.
All
You
right.
know what I mean? You know, Papa had 3 kids outside of the marriage.
Right.
Grandma was throwing hot grits on Papa. You know what I mean? But
And Al Green, dang.
hot grits. Bro, you know, when you say marriage, do you really know what you agreeing for? And I'm not saying is it always like that, but it's going to have its highs, it's going to have its lows, it's going to have its meetings. It's a business cycle. Anybody know in a business cycle, you got this, you got this, you got that. That's marriage. You know what I mean? So
marriage isn't a business. There's a contract involved, but it's not a business.
Yes, it is, bro.
It's the business of living and coexisting, cohabitating with the person that supposedly you love. Because I've always said, if you get married, it's because you love or you're very in love with this person. With you, your ideal of marriage is I'm marrying her as a business proposal. It's not just a proposal; it's a business proposal. Because you see some kind of value, not necessarily in the love emotional section. You just see the value in other aspects, which again, I don't hate you for. I respect it because you believe in that. But just me, excuse me, which is probably a good majority of people, is they get married because they're in love or they really love this person.
Man, you know, like I said, bro, love is oxytocin, serotonin, and dopamine, bro. And they call it love. That's all it is. You know what I mean? Now we gonna get together.
That's a textbook way to look at it, fam. That's a textbook way.
When we get together, you know, we're gonna raise these kids. That's how they're gonna be. We're gonna create this generational wealth and finance.
But the thing is, you can't sit there and tell you. I would never tell my kids love doesn't exist, fam.
I will.
Yeah, that's fine, bro. I mean, it's a little bit, to me, it's a little bit more serious than the Easter Bunny or like Santa Claus. That's a little different, the Tooth Fairy. But love, fam, love really does exist, my G. But let's dig into some of these comments. Go ahead and grab Sister Little's comment right here.
All right. Well, first Jay said that was great marketing skills. Of
Absolutely.
Course. She said, Shantae says, I feel so bad for her. It's one thing to be embarrassed in private, but publicly, and to be humiliated like that, and then be forced to sit next to him and act like she's okay with it. That broke my heart for her. Hillary, it didn't break my heart. Hillary Clinton went through it.
It break my heart. I just feel bad. I'm like, God bless.
That's just how that goes, man. But now, was he wrong though? Yes, he was wrong. He's in violation of the high value man principle. You do not have outside children. You do not embarrass your wife publicly. So I do not agree with embarrassing your wife. You are F-boy for life for that, Derrick, and we calling you out. We calling you out, son. It's over.
There's always redemption. There's always redemption.
No redemption. This is the Derrick Jaxn Watergate Scandal. No, there's no repentance for.
There is redemption. If she forgives them and they get together, you know, and they do their thing, fam, then it is what it is.
I ain't forgiving them, bro. No forgiveness.
Well, that's fine. You ain't with them.
No,
I mean,
I
it
ain't
don't
buying
matter.
any books. I ain't buying any
No doubt,
books.
no doubt, he probably lost a
I ain't
good
liking, I ain't
percentage
liking
of
the
the men
EP.
following the men following he did have. He probably did lose a good percentage, no doubt.
Yeah, man, that's just low down dirty, man. What if that, man? Man, bro. What if that was my sister or something? You know, like, come on, man. This dude a dog at his best, bro. You know what I'm
Swear,
saying?
swear,
So,
bid.
so Zay says, practice what you preach is a moral value. Parents raise their children on the help to be decent people. Derrick was working with a profit mindset. He was just trying to make money off of selling women's false dreams and hopes. I mean, we know this though. We know this, Zay. I mean, if women can't see that he had a product and service to sell you these hopes and these false dreams, that's on them, man. That's on them. You know what I mean? But I mean, just look, when somebody don't have a product and service to sell behind it, they give it to you the way they want to give it to you because they don't need to make. They not making no money off this. You know what I mean? All right, Zay. He probably been doing this for years. He'll with his wife probably already lived through this BS before.
And
And
that's
Zay,
what I'm saying. Maybe she already went down this avenue prior to marrying him, but you never know. Again, we don't know what's happening in the back door. All I'm speaking on is the public platform that he has laid out there. Like, because that was really a common question for a lot of people when he really started doing videos that I had noticed is they're like, well, is he even in a relationship? Like this, that, and the third. And then some people are like, oh, he got a fiance, he got a girlfriend, he got this, he got that. You know what I'm saying? And now, unfortunately for the brother, man, it just it seemed to all hit the fan. You never know. Maybe she already knew this. Maybe she's the one who leaked everything. We just don't. Maybe she wanted to sabotage him because they got into an argument. You just don't know.
well,
Maybe this happened 2 or 3 years ago, and she just kept all the info and just held it over his head. We don't know these things, famo. We don't know these things, my
the
G.
the side chick aired him out. Now, Kayla, we forgot to read Kayla's comment.
And
She
we
said,
apologize, Sister
she
Williams.
said, wait, didn't you say it was okay to have a side chick? No, we didn't. we we would
You already
we
knew
did
that
not
was
say it
going to
was
happen.
we did not say it was okay. We said, when do you upgrade the side chick to the main chick? That was the topic of the conversation. You know what
So,
I'm
in that hypothetical conversation, I definitely was speaking if you're single.
saying? Yeah,
If you're not bound by a contract of marriage or you're not married. You shouldn't have. I'm gonna say you should not have a side chick if you're married unless it is okay with your wife. If y'all are into that, that's different. I've
yeah,
met married couples that had sugar daddies and sugar mamas. You know what I'm saying? If your wife and your husband, if y'all are cool with that, that's different. That's totally different. We're just talking in that podcast about if you're
yeah,
single.
we're just throwing out some hypotheticals out there about upgrade. But
Don't retract
Steve,
it now. Like he said, don't.
we called it though. We called it like a week or two on the podcast. The side chicks is real. They coming hard in the paint. If you ain't on it down, the
But we
side
don't
chicks
know
good.
again with Brother Jackson if his wife was a side chick at one point in time. We
We
don't know.
don't know. We don't know. Maybe she was.
That's the reason
She
why I say that's why I got the hashtag
already.
mind your business because it ain't our business. It's just public business. So I guess in a sense that does kind of make it our business. But I don't really give a excuse my language. I don't really give a shit how he handles it and does whatever he does. I mean, he's a grown man with his own 2 feet and his two balls in his word. And whatever they got going, that's just on
Hey
them.
man, hey,
That's how I feel.
hey, bro. Once something go public is free game. It's like if something happens, that's why you try to resolve that thing privately. But once it go
But
public,
and
it's
that's the one
public.
thing that you did say in a not to cut you off, but the one thing that you did say in a past podcast that I did really respect a bunch, and I like it. If something's done in private, it needs to be handled privately. But if it's done in public, it needs to be handled publicly. Like I can completely and utterly respect that in all aspects, and I like that. Now, am I gonna go to the extreme you would? No. But I respect that mindset and that mind frame.
Yeah, yeah, and you see him doing some PR right now.
Correct.
You know, he addressed it, then he addressed it with his wife because it went public. So now he has to resolve this publicly. You can't go private on a situation like this, especially, you know,
Nah,
he's
you're gonna
he's a
leave.
brother.
And as everybody's been saying in the comments, bro, it's a monetized thing now. So now you have a following that has been putting their hard-earned money into you. So now they want answers. Like legitimately, if I was sitting there buying his merchandise and buying his books, yeah, I would personally. I want an answer, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
I want an answer. Just like me
right,
buying a PS5 and something's
right.
going crazy with Sony. I want an answer. Like, yo, bro, I done gave you $600-700, fam, of my money that I could have really spent on something else. But yeah, that's the thing. When you monetize it, and it changes the whole game, and especially since it's something so personal. Yikes! It's rough. It's rough. I feel bad for both of them, to be honest with you. I feel bad more for her than him, but I feel bad for both of them.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta go through hell to get to heaven. It's just a test of their relationship.
And that's true.
And
It could be a bounce back type process, bro. It could be a bounce back thing because I've
yeah,
never seen him do it. I've never seen him do a video with his old lady.
right, yeah,
Ever.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
ever. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he might have got clowned out the room because she might be giving him the look like, what you talking about this, but you can't take the trash out, or you know what I'm saying? She could have been Betty. That might be the reason why he was in his car all the damn time. That might be the reason. I don't know. I'm throwing things out. That's speculation. That's not true for facts. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out.
Right,
Or somebody
yeah,
trying to quote me on it. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know.
yeah. That he try to you know, clear it
Yeah,
up a
they
little
try to
bit.
tie me into some
But
nonsense.
but
That's
you know, I think Derrick Jackson. I think he's a young man. You know what I mean? And now you know, not to step on your stuff, man. You put your foot in your mouth, bro. You know, people go through things, and that's
right.
just the reality of it. You know, so you out here speaking on some stuff you don't know what you're talking about, bro. You monetize it, and you know what happens is, Steve. You know, when we start making more money, you know, our lifestyle change, right? You know, we go
Right.
buy, we go get the car, we go get all
If you
this stuff.
let it, if you let your lifestyle change,
Yeah, yeah, but
your lifestyle, I'll take that back. Your lifestyle can change, but your mindset should stay the same.
yeah.
In certain aspects, your mindset should literally stay the same. Because no matter how much money I've gained within life, bro, I've always thought back to the dude that had to ask in high school to borrow 50 cents to get a little Debbie snack cake for lunch. Feel me? I always go back to that mindset, like, well, I ain't had nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be a little different again if I became wealthy. I'd be a little different with it. Yes, I would upgrade things. Yes, I would definitely buy stuff that I want and I like, but for the most part, I'm gonna be the same old Steve.
yeah.
Light skin with gold rings and all that cool stuff. I'll be the same.
I ain't gonna cap. Money changed the fuck out of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Hey,
about
and that's
to.
cool, fam. You know, and
I'm
I
about.
don't knock you for it because it didn't change you too tough because I wouldn't be able to be in the same area and space, even through a camera, if you had changed that horribly. You see what I'm saying? You just got finer taste in things. That's fine. I mean,
That's
hey,
right.
if you
That's
can
right.
afford the steak and shrimp, why would you eat ramen?
That's facts.
I
That's
cannot
facts.
hate you for that. If you want to go buy the Bentley and you can afford it, why would you drive the Honda Civic? I would not hate you for that, fam. Just as long as you the same person, more mature, of course. But if you're the same person that I known back when we was kids, bro, I'm not gonna hate you. Why would you live in an apartment complex if you can afford the house and you go get the house? Man, I would never hate you for that. Some people may, but I would never. I just say,
Um,
man, break me off with some steak and shrimp. We
that's right.
good. We
That's right.
good.
That's right, man. That's
We
right.
good.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, this whole Derrick Jackson Watergate scandal, man, this is just it's just crazy, man. You know, and
Nuts. Nuts. It threw me off. And honestly, y'all, I really didn't want to talk about it. And you can ask Eugene. He literally spoke to me this whole entire weekend about this shit. And I'm like, bro, I am not TMZ. I am not this. I'm not that. But when he actually broke it down to me, he said, nah, fam, he's a hypocrite. And I said, you know what? He's right. I said, you know what? You're right. You know, if you're right, you're right. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. And that's just what it is. You can go look through all his videos and he just bashes a lot of fellas.
Yeah, a lot of fellas, man.
Lots of fellas, man. And the thing with our podcast is we're here to enlighten you. So the enlightenment moment of this evening, don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy, man.
Don't be that dude. If you out there and you doing your thing and you got multiple women while you're married, don't try and tell the next man, hey, don't be a bum and don't do this and that. Nah, man, don't be that dude, bro. Don't be that dude. Because then the real ain't gonna respect you. And I know respect only goes so far with certain people. Notoriety only goes so far with certain people. But understand, in a legion of men, if you want to call them real men or whatever, but a legion of good men, I'll just say. Again, as Eugene has stated multiple times, your integrity, fam. I mean, now on the other flip side, if your old lady is cool with you having side chicks because she got side dudes and whatever, hey, man, live your life. You live in that polygamous life, fam. I do not hate you. I don't envy you and I don't hate you. I'm like, hey, man, that's your business. But if it blows up in your face, it does, and vice versa. Like I could just be with one woman and it blow up in my. I mean, it's happening. You know what I'm saying? Nobody hated me for that. I just stayed to my character and I pulled forward. You know what I'm saying? Especially, all I can say is within my marriage, bro, completely and utterly faithful. You know what I'm saying? Too many times I could have really took a left turn, a right turn. I could have did anything. I could have knocked down her homegirls. I could have knocked down her family members if I really wanted to. Some of them was tossing, some of them was throwing, but I didn't take the bait. So in the end of the situation, I was the winner. A lot of people would be like, "Oh, you wasn't winning because you got cheated on. You must have did something wrong." Nah, man, I just married the wrong person, bro. And for the lady that he's married to, if in fact she knew nothing about it, again, if she had no clue, no idea, maybe she married the wrong person. Maybe he had put up a facade throughout this whole time. Oh, baby, ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? As men, we can be smooth talkers. And the same with women. They could have a tongue of silk and have your whole brain cell just completely threw off. But I'm just saying that. So do we expect women to forgive easily? Naturally, yes, we do. I will be honest enough to say that we do expect women to forgive us easily. Is that correct? Is that right? In some cases, it absolutely is not. In others, yes. Don't get mad at me if I forgot to get you an 8-piece from Popeyes versus a 4-piece. You know, forgive me easily for that. But something major, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, nowadays, as Brother Eugene said earlier in the podcast, it can't be a double standard because we do, in a sense, expect that.
Hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Correct.
Just be permanently celibate. Go get $10 of Kitty Cat. Just stay off the grid, and you won't have nothing to worry about. You know what I mean? But I'm like, you're gonna leave this man. You're gonna leave your high value man, and then go out here to the cesspool with a whole bunch of single men. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but again, just because the dude has bread doesn't mean he treats her adequately. You know, he might just be throwing around, treating her like a trophy. She might have been the baddest thing he's seen at that point in time. You just don't know. I say this, I swear, in every podcast, everybody's situation is different. So that's why I explain to a lot of our audience, whether it's male or female, is that we are completely situational. This is situational arguments for the most part. And I'm going to speak my mind, and I know Brother Eugene going to speak his mind off bat. But for the most part, it's situational arguments.
Yeah, that's right, man. That's right, man. So this was a emergency podcast. We had to really go in on this. We appreciate the comments. Kayla, we appreciate you coming back. Zay, we appreciate you coming back. Shantae, I believe this is her first time on the podcast.
I believe she had commented before. It was a while back though. So we appreciate you coming back.
Appreciate you coming back. All right, so in conclusion, have some integrity with the way you're moving out here. Don't be out here embarrassing your woman, you know what I mean? Your wife. You know, this is just crazy, man. Derrick Jaxn, you the king of all fuck boys. And I just wanted to let that be known straight up. So hey, this is Eugene Alexander. Go ahead and sit down, Steve.
All right, man. So again, this is your host, C King II. And Brother Jackson, you may be the king of fuckboys right now, but of course, I always believe in redemption.
No redemption for you.
I believe in redemption. You get that thing straight with your old lady. And again, I don't like getting in people's business, man. But if I was to speak on it, just get it straight. If she's willing to work it out, then you might have you a very strong woman on your end that is in your better favor. And again, going back to the top of the topic, yes, ladies, we do expect women to forgive easily. Does that mean it's correct? Does that mean it's right? No. Men do live sometimes in a double standard world, also, just like how some ladies have double standards. We can save that for another podcast. But with that, I'm done. I'm out. We appreciate y'all. We'll definitely catch y'all on Wednesday. We're getting this guest party together to where we're going to have multiple males and females on. We haven't had a guest this season, so we're going to have a whole bunch at once, and that should be an interesting conversation. So we'll holler at y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe to the Modern Dating Podcast on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on YouTube. We'll holler at you. We out.